Hello, Internet.
Hello, Henry.
Hello, Sam.
My name's Sam Rubenstein.
Oh, I was going to make a joke. Well, welcome to the Green Stein Moving team.
My name's After Henry, and I'm this after camp Sam.
And I'm helping Sam move a dresser, because that's what friends are for.
This was a very impromptu decision.
Yes.
I'm glad you joined me on this endeavor.
Of course, yes. I mean, it wouldn't be a proper, Sam Henry episode of After Campfire if it isn't in a car.
That's true.
A
lot of
most of them are in a car.
Yeah.
Because that's how we do it.
This is how we do it. Man, I got
But I don't do the
depression,
singing
baby.
most of the time. You do the singing.
Woo! Hi.
Hi.
How's
All right.
it going?
It's a my episode this time, right?
I know.
It is. That
So
means I have to do a diary of how to adult, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Are you ready for Henry's diary of how to adult?
Sure.
I'm on the East Coast and not
shit.
working this week.
Oh,
It's great.
God, I cursed. I'm sorry.
Wow. It's not like we've ever done that before.
Poop, poop, poopity poops.
Don't you say poop. Poopy.
Poop.
Do you know what the shape of your mouth makes when you do a poop?
Poop.
It's the same poop one. There you go. That's some knowledge that I gained from Sam because of camp. That's Henry's diary of how to adult. I asked Sam
A question.
a question.
I gave a great answer. I don't care what you say.
You gave a funny answer because I asked about basically what you would do short-term and long-term if you were immortal. And you brought up the whole eternal youth versus just pure immortality with no extra benefits thing, which is funny because that's the face of Bo in Doctor Who, a human that lives a trillion years, he just becomes a giant face.
Well,
That would be
did you
odd.
ever watch Justice League Unlimited?
No.
Okay, so then Justice League Unlimited, there's an episode where this character, Mordred.
Mordred.
Yes. He's the son of a powerful wizard.
Okay.
And Agatha Harkness.
Yes. Wait.
Yes, there's an Agatha Harkness in both fucking. What's it called?
Both
I think
Marvel
I think they
and
just call her Harkness though, or something like that.
Okay.
But anyway, so she has a son named Mordred.
Yes.
And in an episode, Mordred gets an amulet that grants him even more magical power. And being a young teenager, like a 12, 13-year-old, decides, I'm going to use this power for good and get rid of all of the adults because I'm sick of my mom bossing me around.
So basically the plot of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius.
Correct.
Movie. Did they do the chicken dance to save the world from aliens?
No.
Okay, that's
so what?
upsetting.
So what
Did
ends
they
up?
turn roller coasters into spaceships?
You're close.
Okay.
So what ends up happening is Lady Harkness decides that the solution is to age down the Justice League: Green Lantern, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman.
Wait, Lady Harkness does this
To get
before she got disappeared?
No, they all got disappeared to the same place,
Oh, they got moved.
to an alternate reality. Yes.
So she euthanizes and youths them.
She euthanizes them.
Euthanizes them
So
so
they
that
go
they can
back-
go back
yes.
to Earth.
And so what ends up happening is you have a lot of really cool backstory. Like Batman as a kid is just a fucking dweeb. He's just a
Do they have their
dweeb.
memories? Or are they just
Yeah, no, they're them, but they're also very much kids.
Yeah.
So there's the adorable flirting between Wonder Woman and Batman.
Oh, Batman.
Because then if you never watch Justice
both
League,
happens.
Justice League is just Batman, Wonder Woman. So there's that. There's my favorite line. All right, where it's all right. We're gonna go with this, and then Wonder Woman's like, no, I'll go with Bruce, and everyone's like, I'll go with Anna. I don't care who you go with, and she's like, perfect, then settle. I go with Bruce, and she grabs him, runs away, and she goes, what just happened? And Green Lantern goes, dude, for a guy with 30 cons of vision, you're blind, and I wear glasses. I'm like, this is just great kid banter. So then, anyway, the episode, the way they beat him is they call him out for being a kid, essentially. They're like, oh, you're big, strong, but you're just a kid. No, you're just a kid. No, we're adults being a kid. You're a kid. You're a child. And no matter what, at the end of the day, you're a kid. And so he then uses his magic to make himself an adult, which then breaks the spell, causing all of the adults to come back. But what it also does is it breaks the spell that his mother put on him, which gave him eternal youth. So now he has that immortality that he's been building up all of his life, and the episode ends with him like 300-year-old vegetable person with his mother still taking care of him.
Oh, because he instantly aged all that 300-something years.
Yes. And I love this episode, but that is straight up one of my biggest fears now because of it. Because it's just so haunting. I was like, Mommy will take care of you forever. And I'm like, oh, right. Oh, my God.
Green Stein Moving team. We did it. We're going to have shards of glass in our spines. It's going to be great.
So that is why I desperately needed an answer.
Okay. That's also funny because that's another Doctor Who-y thing, like the season 3 finale with Martha Jones, when the Doctor gets aged.
Do we want to
very much?
Do we want to turn it on its side?
No, it's fine.
Because if we turn it on its side, it won't do this.
It won't fit that way.
Yes, it will.
No, it won't.
On an angle.
It's fine.
You sure?
It is fine.
We're in the middle of an after campfire. Nothing is more after campfire than stopping.
Yeah, I know, but no.
Midway to do this.
No. It genuinely is stuck on both of our headrests. We're fine. But yeah. So I mean, I was going for eternal youth, shockingly.
Okay.
And I like the idea of the close range, long range thing because I feel like if I knew I would literally live forever, I feel like I would spend the rest of this lifetime just committed to my family and friends.
Yeah.
So spend as much time optimizing the current existence I have with people and just not care as much about work or anything as much, but I would set up investments so that I would be ridiculously rich for the future of my life.
Yeah.
Which is like an Ender's Game, and the sequels to Ender's Game, it's thousands of years in the future, and he's had a super AI investing for him the entire time.
Right.
So whenever anyone sees his bank account, it's laughable how much money he has. It would be like being a quadrillionaire today, where you're just how do you literally could buy the world several times over. And he's like, yeah, but I'm actually a nice guy, so it's fine. So I would figure that out and just spend a lot of time with friends. I feel like the next lifetime would be spooky. The next good chunk of time would be kind of, I guess, focused on improving myself physically and mentally in a way, just training and preparing to be ready to do more. And then I would just spend decades learning and mastering different skills I really love. I would love to be great at animation and just draw and being an artist. I'm not like you where art is as deep a passion as me, but I really do wish I could draw well and make comics if I wanted to, because I like a lot of manga and comic book characters, and I would love to create that, or writing regardless of comics or not. Just spending some time on that, do some more circus and all sorts of stuff like that. And then I would create a eugenics planet.
You had me. You lost me. You had me. You lost me.
I was just joking around. But one of my story ideas that I did want to write about was if eventually humans became immortal, but they basically made population growth illegal. The only people that can have children had to go to the outskirts of their civilization and would just start their own planets, and some of them would start them differently. And I thought that would be an interesting concept. But yeah.
So wait.
That is the general idea.
Okay.
Not saying I'm going to start a eugenics planet, but
you just did.
Maybe. I don't know, man. If you lived literally forever. And that's the thing too, because you were talking about kill me, please kill me if you had eternal aging.
Yeah.
It's is this immortality where you can choose to die if you wanted to? I'm kind of going on no. You have to keep living.
Yeah. So that's the thing. There are certain things that I would do that may seem silly.
I'm not talking about silly. I'm talking about evil. It's one of those things. Do you it's the meme about actors who played heroes who do you live long enough to become a villain, because most of them eventually will play an old grizzled villain kind of character. It's would I spend a lifetime being an evil mastermind?
Yes.
Maybe, because
you would.
Eventually it also depends if eventually other people become immortal, and who knows, there's the idea that maybe we're the last generation that'll die, and our children might just be physically immortal effectively. Medically, but they could still die, but they won't age. Like once you hit like 25, you're good.
See, my big thing with this, and I thought about this, is my first life would be very much similar to your first life. But I think my second life is where we're gonna go in. Like, I want to travel at some point in the midst of my first life. Like, I wanna do that shit. I want to be like a person who travels and sees the world, and like, because in the next like 10 years the world is gonna fucking fall apart. Like, the world's collapsing.
We're literally in the beginnings of the complete breakdown of modern society.
So like, you're looking at it in the perspective of we're gonna be at some point obsolete as a species.
You mean compared to like artificial intelligence?
No, I mean like dinosaurs. You're gonna be the last dinosaur, Henry.
I am the last dinosaur.
You're gonna be that one Disney movie that didn't do too great.
Oh god.
And so the reality of it is, we're talking, oh, you have this opportunity for, life, but at a certain point it's gonna suck. And that's part of what I want to know, like, how much can I get out of this life? Because within the next 50 to 70 years, I'm going to start seeing more people dying at a much faster rate.
Maybe.
Probably.
It's hard to tell, because it's like how like some people, I hate this comparison, are like, the average empire lives like 257 years or whatever, and look at America, it's like almost at that point. America is much different than that. But anyways,
Yeah.
it's not saying it's not like an empire or whatever, but I'm saying it's comparing it to like the empires of old compared to modern civilization is very stupid. If anything, we would advance in a negative degree faster, not slower.
Yes.
So, point is, it's crazy right now. But the general trend of all of Earth and humanity is positive and towards larger population growth. So even if America like collapses and we enter an era of like the world kind of led by like Chinese communist fascism, like
if there was yes,
I was gonna say like, well,
yes,
I mean it's,
but I wasn't
it
gonna.
is kind of both though.
It's
I mean it's a single party.
It's a single party communist regime, which is essentially fascism, but like not like it's a dictatorship. It's called communism, but it's not even communism either. So like, it's just a dictatorship.
Yeah, well, once their current leader is out, that's going to be interesting. Same thing with Putin. Oh man, both of those are going to be very interesting to see, because like he's fucking old. Both of them are.
Yeah,
but,
he's old and fucking though.
Yeah, he is. That man can fights bears.
So the moral of the question is because at what point do you enter your superhero phase?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would always.
Don't ever tell me, like, Henry.
No. I would not. I would keep. I mean, I would.
Also, does this make my children immortal? Like, genetically?
No, I think the question is only you are immortal. Anything else has to be done through like science. So
okay.
If you could spend your entire life to figure out making your children immortal.
Nah, fuck.
Yeah. Which actually reminds me of like my friend's writing, like he's writing a pilot, or he wrote a pilot for like a story like that. Like, what if like there was a character that's kind of a mix of Captain America and Superman?
Okay.
Who, like, basically his children would gain some of his powers, but not all of them.
Yes.
And it's like him aging up through them and dealing with how society changes, and like eventually he gets like targeted by cancel culture.
Yes.
And it's interesting. I really like it, and I need to read the pilot. I've just been waiting until I was less busy with like holidays and stuff. Should we get to your question?
No, I love this question.
It is a good question.
So,
but
all right, my question to you was, you're gonna build something. I already answered this before the video, so I will explain my answer. But it's your question first, or do you want me to go first?
Well, you can go first.
Okay.
We'll just give better context to my change of answer.
So, the idea was you can invent something that would be cool, and it could be anything, but it has to be like useful, like nothing,
Your answer made me think it has to be somewhat within reason of creation, because I was gonna do something like, I invent fusion, yay, I did it.
No,
I know.
So like, my example is, right now we're moving this dresser, as you can see in the back of our heads.
Green Stein Moving team.
And like, it fit, but there was a time where we weren't sure if it was gonna fit. And so I wanted a car where like the trunk gets bigger and smaller, like as you need it. So like there's like sheet paneling on like a track that will not like that.
I mean, the way I imagine it, it's like those camper vans that like have expanding rooms.
Yes.
So that like when you are stopped and stuff, you can just expand the room to have a more comfortable sleeping area. You want to just have a trunk that can slide to be wider and longer when necessary, but like still compact. So because I mentioned this, like instead of a pickup truck, which is always decently big, you could make it relatively compact.
Right, like this car, not big. It's pretty compact. I like the fact that it's a hatchback because I can fit all my hockey gear and apparently a dresser in it. But what if I wanted more things? Then I can't. But like I want to keep my compact car because realistically a compact car is better for the environment. And we can make it electric. Because it's electric.
So you're trying to make a Cybertruck but smaller.
And less terrible looking.
I honestly like it.
I hate you.
It looks cool. It looks like a video game car.
It looks dumb. Elon Musk is a bad man.
He makes cool things.
Elon, if you're watching this, know that I don't like you. Don't like your hostile takeover of Tesla. Don't like...
Hostile? Jesus Christ.
Don't like your face, your stupid hair, your use of blood money to build your company, and the fact that rather than solve the global climate crisis, you send actors and people into space.
Do not compare... Elon and SpaceX have not done that. That is Jeffrey Bezos.
It doesn't matter.
I think SpaceX is one of the best things that has ever happened to space as a whole. It has completely revolutionized the entire industry. Rockets land now. They are more efficient. They are less wasteful. They are reducing the cost of getting to space, inspiring the rest of the industry to follow them.
I'm not upset about...
actually making space more exciting again. Speaking of which, just really quick, because we were talking about the what would you do if you're immortal thing. You're like, oh, I want to explore the Earth. I do too. I want to fucking explore the universe, man!
If you're immortal, do you survive the vacuum of space?
No. I mean, yes, but like you're like in a near-death state.
So then I don't want to do that. I don't want a near death my entire life.
I'm not gonna literally swim through space. I'm going to want to use a spaceship made by a company maybe like SpaceX.
The moral of the story is
you can't swim through space.
The moral of the story is Elon Musk, I don't like what you do because you're a bad man, and I want to fight you.
Your practices are bad, but I really like your company. I think I'm gonna get a Tesla at some point.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think SpaceX
but like,
is amazing.
He didn't invent Tesla. He didn't even.
Tesla would be nowhere without him, and you know that.
But my point is, they're like, oh, he's the inventor of Tesla. He's not the inventor or creator of Tesla. He's a dude that bought a thing and said, I like
that
this
is
thing.
Not that you are very much underselling his role.
I am very much intentionally underselling his role.
I know.
I want him to know.
It's stupid.
I know. I want him to know. Misinformative.
Not misinformative. It's just like you're trying to misdirect.
Yes.
You're misleading and just lying.
It's not lying.
It is okay to not like the practice of a person, but it's stupid to like. It was like people lying about
the moral of
the
the story
things
is
Trump did instead of just pointing at the horrible things he did do. It's like, yeah, he did bad things, but he did good things too. Not Trump, Elon's companies.
The moral of the story is, Elon, come back to Coney Island, baby. Take a ride in the cyclone. I miss you.
Don't say it.
Bing bong.
No. I have had to experience him say bing bong and our other friends say bing bong so many times in the last 24 hours. So many times. Whoa, the thing just changed.
Yeah, that's never happened.
Oh my god. So, Sam and Lopez wanted to play a hockey game for a little bit last night, I thought. They were up until 4! Because they didn't even know how to play the game.
I knew how to play the game.
Until I told them what to do.
I told Lopez after the second season.
And then they finally won.
I was right.
That was atrocious. And I wanted to sleep.
Next question.
Here is my answer to your question, Sam. My ideal world of the future. So we're in a weird era, with things like universal basic income are not widely supported in America yet. But I believe automation is taking over, as many do, but I also think that's good. And what we need to do is not focus on like taxing the machines. I mean, like obviously you need to figure out the way to make this all work in a functional way. But the point is, a lot of terrible jobs should not exist anymore, and we should celebrate and work with that. So what I would want to do, and what I said before, is I want to create things that destroy jobs that are boring and horrible. So what I want to do is I want to basically create the vending machine equivalent of fast food companies. Like service. Like basically in the entire fast food system, like going to a McDonald's could be all robotic. We have good enough like artificial like language processing that you can talk to like a video screen hologram of a human to
What's
get
up,
your
cell
order.
phone?
Hey,
Take me
Siri.
out to dinner sometime.
Like, well, the point is, like, you can just point and click at most things and get most of your order. And how many people want something super specific at McDonald's? Like, you're just like, I want ketchup, I want pickles, please no lettuce. Some shit like that, even though that's like the exact opposite of what I would order. I want to eliminate fast food working
Henry
by
just
making
wants
like
lettuce.
a vending machine and stuff. I want lettuce, cheese, and bacon, but I don't know if they do bacon at McDonald's. I have
They do.
had a McDonald's burger like once or twice in my entire life.
Wait, you want to go to McDonald's?
I don't want to go to McDonald's. I want to go to Wawa.
Ooh.
If we have time.
We will.
Is there one on the way to see the train station?
I don't know, but we can make time.
Okay. Because I kind of want to get Wawa mac and cheese before we get on the train.
Yes.
I get on the train. I'm
Yes.
going to Holly's later.
Holly isn't real. She can't hurt you.
She can hurt me. She has hurt me. She is a little demon. But I've also broken her bones several times, so it's even.
Is it though?
No, I've done much more permanent damage to her than she will ever do to me.
Okay. Glad we're agreed.
As a joke, I sometimes like grab and pull at people's pinkies to be like, this is mine now. I broke her pinky doing that.
You're a bad person.
I didn't mean to do it!
You're a bad person.
Okay.
Like, I even knew to not break Holly.
She didn't even know how fragile she was until our unicycle crash.
Like, when I was at camp and she was like, hit the gaga ball at me, I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. I think that's a bad idea.
I lived a shouldn't say that.
Don't say that.
What?
Don't say that.
Yeah. Anyways,
So,
I should ask a question.
I mean, yes, do we answer it?
Your question? Yeah, we just both said
No,
our
like, do we
intentions.
answer your question?
No.
Do we want to?
Do you I want to
No.
answer the question I'm asking now?
No.
No.
Do you
We'll
love
answer
me?
in the next one. No. Do I want you?
Could you learn to love me?
Maybe.
Okay.
That would take a long time. But if I was immortal, maybe.
Alright,
Okay.
so what's your question?
So my question, Sam, is, so I was gonna say something like, I would want to like invent fusion, like something that's like within the realm of possibility, but like so far in the future that like we just don't really know if it's actually feasible.
I had a really fun fact. Keep going.
Okay, but my question is, something that's a little bit extreme but probably possible. What's like your far future like invention? Like, just what do you want to exist in the world? And like, it's like something in the future, like. That's a good way to say it. Here's the real question. If you could bring back something you think will be in the future to now, what would it be?
Butts.
Butts! They have butts in the present.
So I just brought this. I just had this realization. So today is the 26th.
Yes.
Tomorrow's the 27th.
It's Jason's birthday.
It is Jason's birthday. But then, the 28th, 30th,
What happened to the 29th?
Do you know where that puts us?
Yes.
Next
New
week.
Year's.
New Year's after campfire with everybody.
We could do it.
We can do it, and we should do it, and we will do it, and it'll be great.
And I'll have friends.
Oh, Henry, you get to have friends. That's such a rare occurrence in your life.
Yep, I've never had a friend before.
You've got a friend in me.
Alright.
You've
We'll see
got
you
a
then at
friend
New Year's.
in me. When there's trouble
That's your phone, do the thing.
up ahead and you're miles and